Hello, Paul McFadden here. So today I thought I would share my morning routine. It's a common question I get asked and one that I thought I would share to just get you to think a little bit about how you can maybe incorporate some of the things that I do to set yourself up to win the day. So my mindset's always been for a long time now is that if you win in the morning, you're going to win the rest of the day. Now, my morning routine might be different to yours, or it might be different from others that you've listened to or heard. I'm just going to share with you what works for me. Now, I've tested and measured lots of things over the last, God knows how many years, at least the last decade. You know, I've invested hundreds of thousands of pounds in my education, not just in business and making money and marketing and all areas of my life, and biohacking and how to get the best health and optimize my body and, you know, all of this kind of stuff, because I'm obsessed with investing in me. I am my number one asset. You are your number one asset, so you've got to invest in you. Not just from information and knowledge, but to learn things that's going to give you that edge. So for me, it's all about getting that edge. Think about it. Right now as I record this, it's 6:30 in the morning. I've been up since 5:30, and it doesn't matter if your morning routine, that if you wake up a little bit later or you're an early riser. It doesn't matter as long as you have a strong routine for when you get up. But for me, I do some things that I hope it can help you too. Now, understand my situation will likely be different to yours in the sense of I've got 2 young kids, you know, I've got a busy lifestyle as it is, I've got lots of business interests, and I've got a lot of things where I need to keep active with in the family and different things that I've got scheduled in. So everyone's got their own different lifestyle, but there's no reason why you can't have some form of morning routine before you go to work if you're employed, or go to your own business if you have to go out there and work. And these days we're all working from home anyway by the time you're watching this video. So with that in mind, there's no excuse to have a strong morning routine. But what I realized is whether I had to go to work in the early days when I was employed, or whether I had to go to work for my own business and go to the office, or even if I'm in the house working from home, I always make sure that I got up a little bit earlier to get some stuff done. Because the alternative to that is to wake up, go for a shower, go downstairs, grab your breakfast, and then go straight to work. And that there keeps you in reactive mode, because you've not had a chance to literally set yourself up to reflect, to review, to plan the day, to get a clear mind, to just feed your mind with some study and some learning as well. So this is important that you do just some simple things every morning before you get stuck into your normal traditional routine, if you want to call it that. So for me, I wake up in the morning normally between 5:30 and 5:45. Some occasions it might be 6 o'clock. There's a few different reasons that changes that or what, but I'm always out of bed before 6 a.m. That's just for me, right? It's just something that I get myself into a daily habit to do that, because I want to get up before the girls wake up. I want to get up before the house starts to get a little bit chaotic and crazy, just to get some quiet time to myself. And I come down into the home office. If you don't have a home office, head over to the kitchen, whatever it is, and you might want to pour yourself a coffee or whatever it may be, just to sit down and start reflecting over things. Now, let me just backtrack a little bit. The second I wake up, the first thing I do is I walk into the bathroom and go for a shower. Now that shower's no ordinary shower. It starts off as a hot shower to get washed, and then I instantly start to turn that to it's freezing cold. And my shower is freezing cold. And I do some breath work, and I sit in that shower or stand in that shower for a good 3 to 5 minutes. There's something about a cold shower that just shocks your body and wakes you up, and it's got so many health benefits that you might want to look into. But that cold shower, like if you wake up feeling a little bit groggy, not feeling good, or feeling still a little bit tired, the best thing to do is just, as soon as your alarm goes, get up, walk into your bathroom and go straight in, get some hot water over you, and then quite quickly start turning that to cold, and very quickly your body's going to wake up, it's going to respond to that. And once you get out of that, after being in the shower for the best part of 5 minutes or so, that's it. You will feel alive. You'll feel fired up for the day, and it's early in the morning. Then go downstairs, grab a coffee if that's your normal routine or whatever it may be. I normally have some breakfast with the girls later on in the day, so for me it's just a cup of coffee. And then come into the office and I sit down and I study for the best part of an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Because for me, I want to feed my mind. I want to set myself up for the day. I want to be reading and studying something that's going to feel as if I'm actually benefiting from learning a new topic or digging deep on something that I want to specialise in and really learn the inside out of whatever it may be. And it's that study there that helps me fuel my social media content, helps me fuel my podcast, helps me fuel the content that I deliver to my clients. So it's keeping me sharp. Because what I do when I study, I ask myself a few questions. The first question I ask myself is, what am I learning today? You know, rather than just consuming content, whatever that may be, whether it's reading a book, whether it's listening to a podcast, whether it's listening to an audiobook, whatever it may be, an online product that I'm watching, I always ask myself, what is it that I've learned today? And how can I apply that in my life? And how can I apply that in my business? And what steps do I need to take action on with what I've just studied? So this is what I call strategic study, and by doing that I learn so much more than just consuming a book or just watching, you know, a product or, you know, listening to an audiobook. I actually take the time to do a little strategic study to go deeper, and I feel that that helps my retention of the stuff that I'm learning, and it really helps me just feeding my mind and keeping focused now I can actually apply the stuff that I've actually learned that morning. So that really does help me every single morning for a whole load of different benefits and different things that I do. Now after that, I review my previous day to find out if things that I'd planned for that day had actually happened or not. What do I need to correct? What do I need to change? What's the lessons learned? And then I look at my day ahead and then just, do I need to tweak anything? Do I need to change? Or is it all good? And again, from that point of view, I then ask myself, how am I going to best make sure that I take care of everything that I've got outlined in my day today? So that's the kind of stuff that I do to really get myself set up. And then from that time, I go and sit down, have some breakfast with the girls because they've woken up by now. And then after that, I get to work. My working day starts. Now, you might want to exercise first thing in the morning. For me, I do my exercise in the afternoon, sometimes for a second training session, or depending on the day, it might be a training session in the evening. But for me, in the morning, it's about nourishing and feeding my mind, exercising my mind, you could say, and then just really get myself ready for the day ahead. And then I'll get to my exercise later on when it just fits for my whole schedule and so forth. So for me, that's important to do that stuff in the morning. If you like to exercise, I used to be someone who used to exercise in the mornings all the time, then I recommend that you do that. Incorporate that. If you just take the time to find something that fits and works for you, then this will get done. My whole concept is that what gets scheduled gets done. And if you schedule these things in and you make it a discipline of getting up early in the morning and doing these things, it's going to set you up for the rest of the day. You know, if you're someone that doesn't get an exercise session in the afternoon or the evening, then do it in the morning so it's done and you can forget about it, because the rest of the day, it doesn't matter, because you've won the morning, you're going to win the rest of the day. So start looking at your own morning schedule and see what you can change to get a good routine that's going to serve you best as you go forward. So hope you take something from that. Hope you implement this on your life going forward, and there's no reason why you can't get started now. Now, something I always recommend you do as well, if you're looking for some study, is maybe head over to propertyprotege.com, because right now, our Protege program, you can get involved, enrolled, and do it online because everything is happening right now, and you can attend in person in a future date. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to get something to be studying every morning, then go over to propertyprotege.com and check out what we're doing there to help you get started in property or help you to accelerate an existing property business. And of course, let's make sure that you're subscribed to the podcast or the YouTube channel, wherever you're watching this. And if you can think of anybody who you think that would be good to share this with, then please do so. Send it over to them as well. So all the best, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Bye for now.